Hi, Heather Berryhill here. Welcome back to my home kitchen. Okay, my family loves a really good bolognese. I've got one that takes all day to make, but today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple, easy weeknight bolognese that the whole family's going to love. So let's get in the kitchen and get cooking. All right, I'm going to start with some onion. I'm just going to dice this before throwing it down into my olive oil. Several cloves of garlic here. I'm just using the already peeled kind to make it easy. This is an easy weeknight bolognese after all. I'm just gonna roughly chop all of it. I do like my garlic to be a little bit chunky for this recipe, so don't mince it up too fine. I've got some really good olive oil. I'm gonna throw that down into a hot pan. I'm gonna toss down that onion. We're gonna let these caramelize just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put that garlic right in. Garlic in, I'm just gonna toss that around a little bit. You don't want your garlic to burn. This will just take a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and put the ground beef in. You could also use ground sirloin. You could even use turkey or chicken for this, but today we're going with ground beef. Let me go ahead and put some kosher salt on this. And some fresh cracked black pepper. You go ahead and break up all this hamburger meat, mix in with the onions and garlic. My pasta water is boiling. I'm going to drop in this round-shaped pasta to the water. It's starting to brown up nicely. Everything's combined. Sprinkle in just some red pepper flakes to give it just a little kick. I'm going to give that a really good mix. I'm going to add in some dried oregano. I'm going to go ahead and squirt in a couple tablespoons of tomato paste and mix that in really well. I've got some whole peeled San Marzano tomatoes here. This is my favorite tomato to use in this dish. I said easy. I'm not even going to drain this ground beef. It's pretty lean anyway, and it's okay to have a little bit of fat in this dish. You can use the crushed tomatoes. I just kind of like the big chunks for this dish and just break these whole tomatoes up inside of the pan. I've got a whole piece of nutmeg here. I'm just gonna grind a little bit into this sauce. I'm gonna pour in about a cup of red wine. You can use any kind you would like here. I've got some fresh basil here. I'm just gonna take it off the stems and give it a rough chop. While this is simmering, I'm just gonna put in just a little bit of heavy cream and some fresh basil. The last thing we're gonna add in is some grated Parmesan. Just giving that a stir. I'm gonna start with a little bowl of pasta. This looks delish. I've got my pasta in the bowl. I'm just gonna ladle over some of that easy weeknight bolognese. I've topped this bolognese with some fresh basil, and I'm gonna finish it off with some grated Parmesan. So there you have it, an easy weeknight bolognese that the whole family's gonna love. For more recipes like this, follow me on Instagram at JustMeHeatherB.